From the heights of a thriving career to ground zero, Bad Chad watched everything he built begin to crumble. In the first episode, he declared, "My chair, my cars, they're going to shape the world." Bad Chad Customs was booming. The grind never stopped, until one moment changed everything. Behind the cameras, a devastating loss triggered a chain reaction no one saw coming. What happened to Bad Chad Customs? Where did Jolene go? How did Chad's life unravel once the cameras stopped rolling? He left the bottom behind, but moving forward came at a cost. Chad built the top row solid, never touching the bottom, a choice that left gaps. "It makes me ugly," he admitted. He was trying to help, but it set them back, and there was no time for politics. When Bad Chad Customs hit TV in 2019, it immediately felt different. There was no gleaming studio or wealthy clients, just a cramped shop in rural Nova Scotia, limited space, limited resources, and a man who had spent decades surviving on welding fumes and caffeine, not chasing fame. Chad wasn't building flawless showpieces. He was rescuing discarded metal and forcing it into something new, functional, and even beautiful. Rusted shells, mismatched roofs, and forgotten scrap fused into customs that seemed reckless, until the final reveal proved otherwise. Every build was a gamble, every wrong cut a potential disaster. By his side, Jolene, his son Colton, and a small team of locals who believed in his vision, even when it made no sense. The show stripped away reality TV safety nets. No huge budgets, no sponsors, no margin for error. Yet even that pressure wasn't the true danger. The deeper threat came from Chad's own identity. He started building in isolation, learning through trial and error, crafting a style of function, character, and risk long before fame found him. Working as a fleet manager and mechanic for massive equipment taught him to improvise and solve impossible problems. Living in rural Nova Scotia reinforced the mindset. Scrap, salvage, and creativity were everything. Necessity became signature style. At Green Goblin Customs, a 1962 Chrysler Newport with a 1974 Cadillac engine and an Oldsmobile roof marked Chad stepping into visibility. Ambition fueled scavenging. Boats, airplanes, lockers, anything abandoned could become a masterpiece. But momentum attracts attention, and attention brings complications no amount of welding can fix. As audiences grew, scrutiny followed. Licensing issues with the Green Goblin name turned creativity into a legal trap. Chad couldn't use the name commercially and had to dismantle the public image that defined him, all while cameras rolled and deadlines loomed. Signs came down, merchandise redesigned, and every digital trace rewritten. The shop reopened as Hilt's Auto Company, a practical choice but far from painless. Then the world shifted again. The pandemic hit, supply chains fractured, and access to parts became a guessing game. Filming rules tightened, improvisational builds became far harder. The chaos Chad thrived on became fragile, and every step demanded navigating a new maze of restrictions. What had once been controlled chaos now felt fragile. One disruption could derail an entire build and spike costs. TV is expensive even in ideal conditions, and nothing about this period was ideal. Ratings were steady but not explosive, and Discovery began shifting focus to safer, lower-risk projects. Gradually, Bad Chad Customs stopped looking like a long-term investment. Without warning, momentum disappeared. Season 2 ended in October 2020 with no farewell, no promo, no explanation. Episodes just stopped airing. Fans were confused and speculated wildly. But for Chad, the end of the show was only part of the problem. Fame became fire. Television had branded him Bad Chad, the guy who could build entire cars from scraps under pressure. What TV didn't prepare him for was the internet. Online, Chad wasn't just a builder. He became a subject to be dissected and debated. Forums, comment sections, and social media zoomed in on welds, questioned every choice, and turned every shortcut into an accusation. Criticism soon shifted from Chad's work to his character and leadership. He responded bluntly, "Show up, work hard, listen, or leave." Harsh to some, but reality for a shop under constant pressure. Then grief struck. In late 2024, Jolene's mother passed away, leaving a void no momentum or productivity could fill. Jolene, the shop's strategist and stabilizer, carried immense responsibility, and her loss rippled through the business. Instead of pushing forward, Chad and Jolene slowed down. Uploads dropped, the shop quieted, public appearances vanished. A YouTube hiatus with no return date wasn't dramatic, but it was a necessary pause to breathe. The internet refused silence. Fans speculated the business was failing, the couple had split, Bad Chad Customs was finished. But after weeks of rumors, a single notification cut through the noise. The story wasn't over. After 2 long weeks of silence, Bad Chad returned quietly. A new YouTube episode appeared, a land speed record motorcycle build, with Chad fully engaged and Colton by his side. Across social media, the message was simple. No explanations, no fanfare, just proof that the work never stopped. 2 longtime team members, Doug and Nate, had gradually faded from builds and were gone. Their absence reshaped the shop, forcing Chad to take on more responsibility, while Colton stepped back into a larger central role. By 2025, father and son worked side by side, their dynamic raw, unpolished, and real, teaching, adjusting, arguing briefly, laughing more often. The shop became a family classroom, defined by trust and focus rather than performance. Chad wasn't just rebuilding momentum, he was redirecting it. Walking away from TV was his first decision entirely for himself. He focused on what he could control: his shop, his pace, his rules. YouTube became a window into the authentic grind, rough, unfiltered, and real. Hiltsotoku's online store grew quietly alongside the channel. Merchandise wasn't just products, it was connection, support, and a way to keep a small Nova Scotia shop moving. By 2025, Chad's net worth was estimated around $2 million, a testament not to fame, but to years of hard work turned into a sustainable business. What numbers don't capture are the human moments: Rockabilly Weekend, charity raffles, hospice donations, and spontaneous shop visits where young builders left with new skills and confidence. These quiet ripples mattered more than any headline. The philosophy remained unchanged: built not bought, hands-on work, creativity, and independence. Chad no longer chased headlines or relied on networks to validate him. Fame existed only as a side effect of something deeper. Chad Hiltz didn't vanish after collapse, scandal, or TV's exit. Critics questioned his methods. Legal battles forced a name change. Grief struck his family. Friends drifted away. His son returned. And instead of chasing fame harder, Chad fought to protect what truly mattered: creativity, independence, and the small world he built. The twist is simple. When the cameras stopped rolling, Bad Chad didn't lose his life. He finally got it. If you loved learning about the iconic stars of old Hollywood, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes stories, trivia, and all things vintage glam. Join the conversation in the comments below. Who's your favorite old Hollywood celebrity and why? Make sure to ring the bell so you never miss a new video on the golden era of cinema.